Hello world, hello YouTube, hello everybody. This is Prepper Princess. This is going to be another video about taking care of what you have so that what you have will take care of you. So these are all of my shoes. This is every pair of shoes that I own. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and the pair on my feet. Okay. I do like Converse, obviously. But, shoes nowadays cost, $75 a pair. I remember growing up, they were usually about $50 a pair. Or you could go to those cheap places like Payless or Walmart and pay $25, but they're really low quality and they don't last very long. I have a general rule where I do not spend more than $6 on a pair of shoes. And can anybody guess, just by looking at them, how old my shoes are? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. My shoes are approximately 8 to 10 years old, with the exception of a couple. About 8, about 10. These are somewhat new. I'd say 3 years old. Same with the Shape Up. So I use these for walking. I use these for the gym. These are my hiking boots, and these are my everyday wear. That's when I go to the beach. So these, as you guys know, I got these for free. I found them while I was walking. These I got for $16. If you look at them really closely, you can see that they don't match, and that's why I got them for such a cheap price. These are really hardcore steel toe boots, I believe. And if you look at the back, you might be able to see the color difference a little bit better. And when I went up to the register, they were on clearance. Believe it or not, at the grocery outlet. Who knew they sold boots? But they were regularly $59.99. It was down to just a couple pair of boots. They were marked down to $39.99. I went up to the register and I was like, hey, these are your last pair in my size and they don't match. And she says, we'll give them to you for 16 bucks. I said, deal. I would have paid 26, but she said 16, and hey, I'm going to take it. The Converse and the Vans I got at thrift stores. I don't pay more than $6 each for shoes like that. Same with the ones on my feet. And as you guys know, Converse and Vans go for about $65 each. One of the things that I do to maintain my shoes, which has saved me, thousands of dollars. I mean, shoes are so expensive. Is when I buy a pair of shoes, what I'll do is I'll put them through the wash, standard wash and dry. And if the shoelaces look a little disintegrated or old, all I'll do is buy new shoelaces. That makes them look brand new. And then my tools are very simple. I'll use a sponge to clear off any really bad scuff marks or dirt. And then I'll use shoe whitener and scuff cover for keeping my shoes up. I think that for preppers, that's a really good bartering item. When you think about it, if there is ever an SHTF and there's no trucks, no new shoes, and your kids are just, dying for some new shoes, you may not be able to get them some new shoes, but, if you keep a couple of pairs of shoelaces on hand and some wife scuff marks, you can make old shoes look new again. Also with the shoes, which I didn't bring it out, but shoe glue. So if you ever have like a tongue of a shoe that's flapping and stuff like that, you can always add shoe glue and easily repair it. A lot of kids will, even as teenagers, you're going to have to go out and buy new shoes if you have any kids. And, they'll say, I need a new pair of shoes. But if you really do an inspection of their shoes, they don't need a new pair. They haven't outgrown their shoes. What they've done is they've outgrown whatever trend that they or their friends are into in high school. And, I highly recommend training your kids at a young age not to be into trendy stuff. And also I've got the fire starter shoelaces on my on my black boots, so if I ever get stuck, I usually keep those in my car for any type of, I don't want to say bug out, but a get home, and those are in my car. I always have lighters and matches, but that's always a third backup. That's plan C, that I'll have them on my boots ready to use and start a fire if necessary. But that's just something that I think you guys should keep in mind. If your kid says, I need new shoes, call their bluff. Have them bring in the shoes and say, show me what's wrong with your shoes before I buy you a new pair. And typically a teenager is not going to be able to show you any type of problem with the shoes that they already have. They're just going to say, something like, oh, well, they don't fit, just so that you'll buy them a new pair, and that's not true. You know, kids' feet grow, but usually around the age of 12, they stop growing and they're just going to be stuck in the same size that they have. So they're using that as an excuse, and that's just something that I wanted you guys to keep in mind. I mean, again, I don't pay more than $6 for a pair of shoes, and my shoes are about, 8 years old. So, that's just another money saving tip and something to consider, especially if you have teenage kids. I know as a teenager I made things up so my mom would buy me new shoes, and I wish that I hadn't. But, live and learn. That's not something I can fix at this point. So, again, take care of what you've got, and what you've got will take care of you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with my shoes. They are all in perfect order. And that's it for now. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.